Namaste. I, Pooja Sharma, am going to talk about something very excellent today, which is going to be very profound and knowledgeable for most of you. When I was in corporate years back, we often were taught, in fact, it was drilled down into our blood, that make plans, always have a vision, have goals in life, what you want to do in life, how, have a projection about how your next month will look like, what things will be in pipeline, how much budget you will be spending on employee engagement, quarterly plans, annual plans, and then make action plans according to it. Now, so we all have been following that rat race. Now, I thought, being a spiritual healer, why don't I connect that concept of planning and then share with you one of the greatest planning of your entire life that you've already done. Each one of you watching this video right now, probably later, so each one of you have already done a great planning in your life, which is going to be the best planning, better than any financial planning that you've done, your insurance, mutual funds, whatever. And the best part is most interesting that most of you are not even aware of it. So, now we're going to talk about one of the very favorite topic, which is close to my heart, and often in my Reiki classes, I'm famous for going overboard and deviating from the topic. So mostly in my Reiki classes, we talk about soul planning and soul purpose. So I thought, why not speak about this? Because when I look at my close friends, and then in the past when I've looked at myself and my students and clients right now, I see that immaterial to how much money we are making, how successful we are, or probably maybe some things are not working in our life, whatever, but still we feel that hollowness within, that emptiness within, and we have that feeling of being lost. Even if we try and put direction into our life, okay, I'm going to buy this car now, okay, I'm going to move to this new property, but still that iota of feeling of that lost, being lost, is there. So now what happens is, if some of you go for a theater, what happens is a director has already written a script. As an actor, you go ahead and you just play your role. And let's say in a play, even if somebody is coming and, let's say, killing you, shooting at you, or maybe throwing a knife at you, and you just die, so that death, you in the play, it's not the real death, and you're just acting that role as an actor, and you die, and the blood would ooze out, which could be a ketchup, which you never know. And then you might say things to somebody, there could be harsh language or whatever. And however, after the theater, after the play, you having tea and samosas together, and you're laughing out to the glory, because whatever happened was the part of the theater, you acted your role in it, and then you moved out. So the cords are not attached. It's very easy for you to shift over from one situation to another. However, in real life, what happens is, with our family members or with our friends, whenever there is a dispute or conflict, because of the emotionals, because the cord is so strong, the cord is attached, you feel miserable, because those emotions are so intense, and that entire circus goes on. So I want to talk about something about soul purpose and soul planning today, so that it is one of revision for me, and then it can benefit all of you. Now what happens is, and this is not just a belief system, but all spirituality, all the religions talk about it, be it Hinduism, be it Buddhism, be it Christianity. So I'm going to share that soul concept with you. So what happens is, soul is very happy up there, right? You have everything. Once you're in heaven, you don't need anything, right? Right now, you and I, we all want to, we always say, oh, when will I go to heaven? Oh, kab jayenge hum swarg. So the entire thing, your 9 to 6 job or whatever, everything, we waiting to go into the heaven. So imagine, when the soul is up there already, the soul is content, soul has got everything. Why is it that we come to earth, we take a birth? Because school is, the earth is a school for the soul, wherein the learning happens. Up there, time is very slow. Okay, whatever soul growth will happen, it will take years and years. So probably the soul understands, okay, now I want to elevate myself. Now I want to, at a soul level, grow myself. So where can I have maximum learning? On earth, because earth is that school. So the soul itself decides to be born. Okay, and then the soul goes through a process known as soul planning, wherein the soul, first of all, will pick up a soul purpose. Let's say if I, Pooja Sharma, am taking this birth today on earth, on, let's say, in India or whatever. So first of all, I will choose a reason why I want to come here and what is the lesson that I want to learn. So that is a soul purpose. Let's say my soul purpose is I need to learn what is forgiving. So I want to be born on earth so that I can learn a lesson of forgiveness. So that's going to be my soul lesson or soul purpose. And then I will go through a soul planning wherein I'll choose the country where I want to be born in. So India, Delhi location. The soul even chooses its parents. Okay, because then they're going to be karmically attached, and then the entire soul family will have a family karma. Okay, so whatever lesson the soul wants to learn, accordingly the soul will pick up the best circumstances in terms of the support system, parents, city, country, gender, everything, and then the soul is born. Now the saddest part is they say 40 दिन का बच्चा रोता है because पूर्व जन्म का उसे आभास रहता है. But then as we start comprehending things, and as we learn to communicate, we forget everything about our soul purpose and soul planning. And then we get into schooling. Okay, which university will we go to, what job, marriage, kids, and then that entire circus goes on, and we forget our soul planning, we forget our soul purpose, due to which we always feel being lost. There's a constant misery, and then after death, when we go back, and then we like, oh shoot, what did I do? I had gone to school earth to learn a lesson so that I can transform and grow at a soul level, and I forget that, and I just wasted those 60, 70, 80 years. So now what do? I'm stuck. So I go back to earth, and then this time I accelerate my growth. So the soul will even choose circumstances. Okay, so most of the times, or probably all the time, when we say, why did this happen to me? I'm a good person, I did so much for him, I did so much for her, but she doesn't understand me, she cheated on me or whatever, and he or she is my enemy. Okay, and I'll never forgive this person, and I'm going to hate this person. But we forget that we've actually chosen those circumstances, and we've actually chosen those people, so that we are reminded of the soul purpose and the soul growth that needs to happen. So next time if somebody hurts you or breaks your heart, just let them go, move on, forgive, and learn the lesson. You will see, if you are 30, 40, 50, you would, if you just introspect, think about it, sit down nicely, you will see that your life has a pattern. Okay, the same kind of things, people will change, the same kind of things are happening to you again and again and again and again, and each time that pattern, if you see, that incident will give you more intense pain, the emotion will be more intense, because the concept is, the divine is trying to tell you, okay, this time I've given you this level of pain, can you get the message, can you understand the message? If you learn from whatever heartbreak you have, if you learn your soul lesson, you move on, that misery will end, that pattern would end, the call cutting would happen, and then no more that pattern would be repeated. So if you've been going through breakups again and again, or if you've been going through financial crisis again and again, you set up a business, nothing happens, you set up another business. So you have to understand that probably, instead of getting demotivated or being sad about it, there's a lesson that you need to learn. Once you learn the lesson, even for practical reasons, and move on, you will see that the next business you invest in would be a great success, because then you've learned your lesson. So friends, this is everything about soul purpose and soul planning. I wanted to share that with you. Please do share your comments in the post, because then it helps not only me to understand what kind of future widgets we should plan, but at times your questions are questions to others also, and they learn it. For more, you can always call us at 9999379547, or book an appointment and come down to our Bodhisattva PS Meditation Center in Delhi NCR, Noida. And in case you're in different city or country, feel free to book an online session with us. All the best, love to you, happy healing, and happy Ganesh Chaturthi once again to all of you. Happy healing. Namaste.